Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Meet Praneeth. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I was also traveling that weekend and thus I could not upload the video on Friday. But I hope that you will enjoy two videos that will be coming this week. So in today's video, we are going to discuss two very important topics. The first is, should I downgrade from EB-2 to EB-3? And the second question is, how likely is retrogression in EB-1? So let's jump into this video without any further delay. So let's start with the very first topic, that is, should I downgrade from EB-2 to EB-3? Now, if you have not watched my previous video on December 22 visa bulletin, I will put the link in the description. Please go to that link and watch the complete analysis. And my analysis was only focused on employment-based category. And just to give you a few highlights from that, the first was that there was a 1 month retrogression in EB-2 row, which is EB-2 rest of the world. And that impacted EB-2 India because that further retrogressed, EB-2 India further retrogressed by 6 months. And the good news, a little bit of good news was that EB-3 India moved a little bit in the date of filing and also in the final action charts. Now the question comes, because EB-3 moved, should I downgrade from EB-2 to EB-3? Well, I would say it's very early to decide. I would not take any decision at this moment. I would wait till April, probably till May, just to see how things are progressing, how the numbers are changing. If the retrogression in EB-2 row keeps increasing, that is, right now it's in November, but if it moves back, let's say, a few more months, that would definitely impact both EB-3 and EB-2. So I would watch for those numbers. If EB-2 row becomes current, there is a high chance that EB-2 India would also start to progress. But by how much, that's very difficult to say. So I would advise to not move from EB-2 to EB-3 right away. Wait for the further bulletins. Let's see how the numbers progress. And if the EB-2 India keeps retrogressing, then probably it's a good way. If you're in the year 2012 or 2013, it might be a good chance that you move to EB-3 and get your I-485 processed. Now, let's go to the next question, which is, how likely is the retrogression in EB-1? Now, if you're not aware, EB-1 has been retrogressed before as well. I think the very recent retrogression in EB-1 was in 2018 period. Now, the retrogression generally happens when uscis or DOS, Department of State, sees that there is a huge demand in one category when compared to the number of visas that are available for that category. Now, out of 140,000 green cards which are available for employment-based category, 28.6% of those goes to EB-1. Now that you can see that's a small number, and after that there's also 7% country quota limit for EB, for India, for China, and for other countries. So what happens is, if the demand increases in EB-1 India or China and the number of visas are less, retrogression becomes likely. However, we have also seen that EB-1 retrogression doesn't stand for too long. Generally, it's there for 12 months, 14 months, and then it goes back to current. And as uscis pointed out in December 22 visa bulletin that EB-1 India and China might see retrogression in that, then I'm not much worried about it. I'm thinking that it probably would be around 6 months or maybe less. If it's more than that, that definitely is a cause of concern. But again, as I said, EB-1 generally remains current, and if it goes into retrogression, the cycle comes back to current probably in 14 or 16 months. So it's just based on the data that we have seen previously. It's very difficult to say what will happen and how the numbers would look. But yes, the possibility or it's likely that EB-1 might get retrogressed in the coming visa bulletins. But I will hope that it doesn't happen. And the way it will not happen is probably that EB-2 row that's getting retrogressed might not retrogress, so that all those numbers will basically be coming to EB-1, and all the EB-4, EB-5 also comes to EB-1. So if EB-4 and EB-5 are not retrogressed and they remain current for other countries, those numbers will definitely come back to EB-1. And that should basically help with any retrogression that's being likely. But I think uscis is trying to just make sure that we are aware that there can be a retrogression in EB-1 as well. And but I don't think there should be a lot of cause of concern here. We should wait and see how the numbers look, because we all were thinking when uscis said that there could be a retrogression in EB-2 row, we were thinking like by how much, but it was just 1 month. So it could be that EB-1 is just 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. So let's see how that looks. But yes, there could be a retrogression in EB-1. But on the other hand, as I said, it generally becomes current. So if your filing date is not current, if you wait for 6 months, 7 months, probably it should become current. But that's for EB-1. EB-2, you know, it's heavily backlogged. And the only way I see these backlogs moving fast is either Eagle Act comes into play, or the government just increases the number of green cards that are given for employment based. I think that they should definitely look into this, because for employment based, most of the people these days who are coming from India and China and other countries are applying in employment based category. So there is a need to increase the total number of visas that are allotted for this category. And I hope that happens probably soon. So I wish you got some information from this important information from this video, and I hope that will help you make some decisions. But as I said in the previous videos, I'm not an immigration attorney. All that I say is based on my personal experience and the number or the data that I come across. So again, it's all your decision of whether you want to transit to EB-3 or you want to, let's say, go back through EB-2. It's your decision. I would say wait, see what data comes out, and then take your final decision. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next video on the coming Friday. Yes, there will be 2 videos this week. So I hope you'll enjoy the content, and the next video would be on EB-1. So please let me know in the comments what are the other topics you want me to cover on EB-1. And also one more thing that's going to happen is in the coming weeks, you would see a new interview series in EB-1. So I hope you'll enjoy the upcoming videos, and please let me know in the comments any questions that you have. Feel free to touch base on LinkedIn or just say a hi, drop a hi. I'll be very happy to chat with you and help you with your questions. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.